Still streaming. Holmberg's Morning Sickness. Online at 98kupd.com.
Brady, we are this is a crunch dash. I'm going to get yelled at in seconds by Toledo. We might have a minute left.
All right.
Tops. Entertainment drills brought to you by my friends at reactdefense.com, the home of Tactical Black. Did a great workout there Friday, going back again today, and just all sorts of. They did a seminar for people for their workplace, told me all about it, and the people came in with like, well, I mean, they basically kind of said, we don't really want to hurt anybody. And it's like, well, you're in the wrong place, because if you're going to have somebody mess up your office, and by the end of the thing, every person was empowered to feel better about what happens in their office. It's not all about just attacking people. Somebody emailed me and said, did you attack people? I'm like, no, you try not to. That's the whole key. It's the Miyagi. You try to learn how to make these situations so there is no altercation. But again, FBI statistics say your workplace is probably the most dangerous place you go every day, and most likely where an incident like that would happen.
Oh, here he comes.
I know. He's coming. Starting the clock. Start the clock. How much time?
It's rolling.
We good? All right, good. We got the clock on.
30 seconds.
What?
Oh, jeez.
Spotswood.
Anyway, so if you got an office that you want to get in there, if you got, they got all sorts of seminars, they got all sorts of things coming up with their programs that they do. The next one, I believe, is they have a bar setting where you have to decelerate a situation where the fight's going. And they train and train and train and then put a failure drill on it. And then you just fall into this pit. And then they train you from there. It's the only way to learn is to kind of go through the mess of the whole thing and then fail. And they go, okay, I see what I did wrong. It's great. ReactDefense.com. You're going to learn something while you're getting in great shape. You can't say that about anywhere in this entire city. ReactDefense.com. It's the home of Tactical Black. Phoenix, Glendale, Chandler, they got you surrounded. TacticalBlackVault.com as well. Brady, quickly entertain me, go.
Remember the American Beauty movie?
Yeah.
The poster. There's a hand of a girl laying down.
Well, so much for that.
The hand belongs to Christina Hendricks.
We'll be right back with more entertainment drill after this.
The best the world has to offer in music, drama, and comedy.
And now, more entertainment drill with Brady.
We're back.
Before we get to that, I'm getting tons of emails about people and the abortion story from the What Would Brady Do? And the guy says, dear Lord, boys, my stomach still hurts from the abortion jokes.
Oh, jeez.
It says, those jokes, boys, about the abortion, just gutting. Keith says, the guy with the abortion girl, he needs to just suck it up. And then this lady says, the abortion jokes were bad, guys. Really scraping the bottom here. Listeners, worse than us. I hope your work emails take a look at what you've written today. All right, Brady, get back to it. Toledo ruined it.
Well, on the American Beauty poster, that hand.
It's Christina Hendricks on the
her first
tummy.
gig. She got paid a few $100.
And if I remember right,
they just liked her hand.
It's a belly from chest to top of pelvic bone with flower petals and a hand.
Yep.
And it's not her body. She's just placing a hand over a stomach of a.
I guess so.
Huh.
Yep.
That movie takes on. I love that movie, by the way. One of the best movies ever about a guy's struggles with just being. And now it's so different because Kevin Spacey, who was so great in it. It's just the full rose, yeah. So that's Christina Hendricks. Now it's so different because it's.
And she said she had no idea what this movie was about at the time. They just wanted her hand for the poster. And
yeah.
The other movie that is Stanley Kubrick's Lolita. Watched about 20 minutes of that together with James Mason, Shelley Winters, and then her daughter is 14.
And it's all about loving her. Not just loving her. Like,
loving her.
A celebration.
Humping. And it's like, everybody's like, this is a beautiful love story.
Yeah,
it's not easy to watch.
It was art.
Especially because James Mason, wonderful man.
He rents a room from her house.
He can't get enough of her. And he's probably 50 at the time, isn't he? He's not young.
Yeah, he was a writer. He was probably 40, 45.
Still. She's
right
like,
there.
she's 14, and it is like a love story. Creepy.
And then Steve McQueen's movie, The Sand People.
I don't know that one.
I didn't know it either. It's like Oscar awarded Steve McQueen in this movie.
Well, it's not from that movie.
Was a nominated movie at the time.
It was? For
yes.
what?
Well, I went there
because best cinematography.
Candice Bergen was probably 27 years old
at
the time. She looked good.
It's called The Sand People?
Yes.
I don't think this was nominated for anything, Brady. I think it's Academy Award nominee Steve McQueen.
Yeah,
in
that was
The
in there,
Sand
but
People.
I thought
I'm going with that one.
That's what I'm going to go with.
I don't know, riveting.
See what
World
you can
War
find.
One.
Was it good?
There in it was a U.S. gunboat in China. We weren't at war with anyone. We were just keeping peace and wanted
Right.
to show good face
Wow.
to the
Little saber
Chinese.
rattling. Right.
But they had Chinese people working on the gunboat as well. And it was, if you want some good racial slurs, oh my gosh.
Have you watched the first 10 minutes of 48 Hours? Nick Nolte needs to.
Oh,
We need to
yeah.
get him in the apology game.
Oh, yeah.
The first 10 to 15 minutes of 48 Hours, you're like, whoa. Some guy emailed me Friday and said, well, and it was on. So I'm like, I wonder, and it had just started and it was in the middle of the night. And I'm like, oh my dear, I don't remember any of it. It was.
And I get Ray Romano. Nick Nolte's out
Nick
there.
Nolte.
Thanks, Toledo.
Well, he'll never need a job again. He was in Tropic Thunder and this. I mean, he's got some apologizing to do.
I find this fascinating, the stories that keep rolling out about Bill Gates. Player!
Yeah. Can you imagine
this guy.
that women were throwing themselves at Bill Gates?
It's no formula for women.
How in the world? I mean, he's a bad guy, but women clearly enjoyed his company for who he was and how he looked, and that it wasn't about anything about his money, but he's the worst guy in the world. Evidently, women just threw themselves at goofy little Bill Gates, and I can't imagine why they were doing that. He's the bad guy. These ladies had nothing but wonderful intentions. It's terrible. Like, they're smearing him. And, yeah, he shouldn't have done it. But we all act shocked that Bill Gates had chicks throwing themselves at him. He's $70 billion.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Cribs all over the world.
Yeah, maybe a lifestyle some ladies would find attractive.
Martha Stewart put the smackdown on the New York Post. The guy was doing a story about how she has 16 peacocks on her at her house.
Sexy.
She tweeted, New York Post, again, fake news. They have a story on peacocks today. They say I have 16 on my farm. I actually have 21.
Nice.
And those are glorious birds whose house is impeccable.
Yeah. It's probably nicer than all of our
They
houses.
do not smell.
They're
They are
loud.
so clean. They are
My
loud.
neighbors had peacocks.
Peacocks
Voices
are
are
loud.
loud, but
Oh,
really?
they scream at dinner time. 5 o'clock.
No kidding.
Well, I had like 10 of them at the house behind us, and then those people got divorced, and that split down, and now she's got like 2.
very tropical
They're-
at first, but then
Nope,
it
it's
doesn't
never
last
good.
long.
It's never good. I remember you helped me move stuff into the new house, and then the next day my buddy Jeff was moving stuff in. About 5 o'clock, the peacock alarm went off, and Jeff put the thing we're carrying down. He goes, dude, that's a deal breaker. You need to move. It might be. It was crazy.
Not the smartest birds either.
Well,
My dad's friend had a couple of them, and this was in Ohio, and they got up on the tin roof of the barn
yeah.
in the winter, and their feet froze to the tin.
Well, that's
And
kind of his fault. for
Snap,
that.
snap. Now they're just walking on pegs.
It's kind of the owner's
Trying
fault,
to
really.
keep it. How do you keep them off?
Well, you keep them inside.
Heat the tin roof.
Or keep them off the roof when it's frozen. He
And
didn't
then
like those birds.
something worthwhile to check out is Ricky Schroeder
Yeah, it's a great video.
going off on the manager at Costco or an employee at Costco.
Yeah.
And he's saying to boycott him because they were making him wear a mask at
And
the
Ricky's
time.
wrong. The guy
Yeah,
at Costco's just
he's
doing his job. He's like,
And
please
they have
put a
that
mask on.
right
Yeah. He's like,
as a
look,
business.
it's state of California's. So Ricky says, if people are like, Ricky Schroeder's right, you live your life by Ricky Schroeder, you're one of 7 people. Like, Ricky's not going to make a dent.
It wasn't really a violent interaction either. I mean,
No,
it's
but it was
just-
pointless.
Yeah.
You're just giving a greeter
you're
slash
wrong
manager
about this.
Yeah, just put the mask on. It's okay. We're almost through it. Why you got to fight with a Costco employee? Stupid. All right, we're done. Larry's coming up next, right? Is that right?
Yeah, he's there.
Yeah.
Big Larry McFeely coming up next. He's got some things for you. Maybe even, and I haven't said this for over a year, concert tickets to give away.
Oh.
Huh? Shows are starting to stack up a little bit.
Awesome sauce.
And everything about that is awesome except 311. I mean, that's the one that's like, if you're going to ridicule anything online, that's the one you go after. So, yeah, shows are starting to stack back up. We got it all together. So, Larry might have some concert tickets for you, which, in fact, would be awesome sauce in Flavortown. We're done. Have a great one. We'll see you guys tomorrow right here in the Morning Sickness. So long!
The best the world has to offer in music, drama, and comedy.